Check, check. Oh, yeah. Come on, man. There's a fucking switcher connected. There we go. 1.6 and check, check. 1, 2. There we go. All right. All right. Greetings, ghouls. Welcome to Deadsville Horror Talk. I'm back. Yes, apologies. We had some technical difficulties on Friday, so yeah, there was no live stream on Friday. Unfortunately, the on Thursday the roofers were here redoing the roof because there's been a lot of rain lately, and while they were going up and down on the roof, they managed to completely knock out the cable box, the wires, everything on the side of the fucking studio building here. So I completely lost the internet for, well, it went out on Thursday. And of course, they couldn't get anybody out on Friday and nobody on Saturday. The only time they'd come was on Sunday, right in the middle of fucking Easter Sunday. So, yeah, the internet was out until yesterday. And now we're back. So, here we are, Deadsville Horror Talk. We're back. We're going to talk horror. I got a bunch of stories queued up. I haven't even started to look at them yet. There's a bunch of stuff going on. Saw a movie over the weekend. Me, Maddie, and Steph went and saw Late Night with the Devil. So Steph and I are going to do a new full review for Deadsville Horror Talk for that. But I'll probably drop my thoughts very shortly on that one. I'll give a very brief, spoiler-free review and give you my thoughts on it. But before I get to that, I am Deadsville director Ronin James. I am a 20-plus year stuntman, stunt coordinator, second unit director, now directing, producing, creating content, all that good stuff. I went to school for filmmaking way back when they were still cutting film. That's it shows this gray in my beard is real. Yeah, I literally fell into stunts and did that for a long time, and now I'm old and falling apart. So yeah, here we are. Now I'm back to directing because I'm not hitting the ground as much anymore. I still stunt coordinate. Just worked on a couple of movies. Trailer just dropped for The Fetus, one of the movies I worked on with Bill Moseley and our friend Lauren Lavera from Terrifier 2, and currently working on Terrifier 3. So be on the lookout for the Fetus trailer. It's about a demonic fetus. It's a creature feature. So, and we had fun. There wasn't a lot of crazy stunts on it, but it's always fun working with Bill Moseley. He's great. And yeah, Lauren was great to work with. I worked with my friend Joe Barbagallo on that one as well. And yeah, it was a blast. So check that one out. Anthony Noble checking in, says sup, and laughs at my old balls. Thanks, Anth. My old balls. Feeling it these days. Brina, check it in. What's up, Bree? We will see you Wednesday, I hope. Tina Lounsbury, check it in. What's up, Tina? Thanks for tuning in. Thank you all for checking in. We're going to get to the news momentarily. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow and share. Invite your friends to my page and all that good stuff so we can keep doing this and keep getting together around 5 p.m. Eastern time and talking horror. Tomorrow night, I guess Steph Infection and I are going to we'll probably do it live. I'll check in. Steph Infection will probably check in here soon, but I think we'll do it live. So if you've seen Late Night with the Devil, we will do a special Deadsville Horror Talk live tomorrow night with me and Steph Infection reviewing Late Night with the Devil. And we'll do our usual first takes with no spoilers, which I'll give you a little taste of very shortly here of mine. And then we'll dig deeper and get into spoiler stuff. And we give a warning and all that. So you can, if you haven't seen the movie, you have time and notification that we're going to hit spoiler territory. So you can pause, bow out, come back later, all that kind of stuff. So Anthony Noble checking in. He's saying, finally watched Thanksgiving. What a beauty. Awesome flick. Yes. Yes. It was, what did I have it as? My number 3 movie of the year last year, horror of the year last year. I had Thanksgiving. I had Godzilla -1. Then I had Onyx the Fortuitous, and the Talisman of Souls was my number 2. And then number 3 was Thanksgiving. Yeah, man, Eli Roth knocked that one out of the park. If you dug it, if you've seen it, I know it came to Netflix not too long ago, so it's there now. If you haven't checked it out, be sure and check it out. Eli does a really good job with getting creative with the kills. I love the John Carver character. I thought he was awesome to be an addition to the icons of horror, man. John Carver's legit. He's good. And yeah, definitely check that one out if you haven't. And if you have, leave your thoughts in the comments. I'll read them out. TJ Thrash checking in. What's up, TJ? Hope you saw the pictures earlier of our new buddy Van Gogh, the cat with one ear out there. He was on top of the cat shelter that TJ built us here at the studio, and Ronin's cat house of strays and rescues. Michael McDonald checking in. Maddie Morningstar checking in and tagging followers. Thanks, Maddie. I forgot to tag my followers on here today. Let's do that. Oh, it's not letting me do it. God damn it. I hate when it does this. Maybe I can highlight. Yeah, there it is. Highlight that one. All right. Maddie checks in, says John Carver was a great villain. Agreed. Yeah, and I don't want to give away his identity just in case anybody hasn't seen it. But yeah, check that one out on Netflix now. Trish DeRenzo checking in. What's up, Trish? Thanks for tuning in. We're about to get to some horror news. I guess let me find okay, I guess we'll jump to this real quick. This will be our first story because this will kind of lead into my non-spoiler review of Late Night with the Devil. I'll just give you a taste of it because, like I said, Steph and I will be doing a full Deadsville Horror Talk review of this. So join us probably like 8 or 9 o'clock if you want to get in on the talk. Yeah, we can talk Late Night with the Devil if you caught this one in the theaters. We got held up because we were supposed to see it last week. There was supposed to be a few of us going to see it last week, and then Maddie got sick, and I didn't want to see it without her. We didn't want to, it's always better in a group, so we wanted to make sure we had the group together. So we postponed it from what was it supposed to be? Thursday last week. We postponed it till Saturday. So we went on Saturday, had a little Red Robin on the way there, good burgers. And then we caught Late Night with the Devil in the theater, and it was really good. I'm gonna get to more later, but I'm gonna read this story now first. And here we go. We are sharing. Let me make sure I get a better share view so you guys can still see me. There I am. Hi. All right. And feel free. Hey, Rachel Sinversa checking in. What's up, Rachel? Thanks for tuning in. Excellent. We got all kinds of people checking in today. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you say hi in the chat, please. And yeah, we could talk about Thanksgiving, but the story we're going to jump to now real quick is on Fangoria. 6 new scary movies to watch on Shudder this month. And Shudder's kicking it out. That's where, I mean, I watch most of my horror movies, although lately I've been trying to find some good stuff on Screambox. The production value drops greatly when you go from Shudder to Screambox. Like Shudder's like, they have some really good production value. Not always the best written stuff, not always the greatest, scariest stuff, not always the fastest paced. There's some boring stuff on Shudder. I'll leave it at that. But the production value is usually pretty high on the Shudder stuff, whereas Screambox production value, Jesus Christ, they will literally take anything. I started to watch a movie called Amityville Death Toilet. And if you have seen the trailer or you have tried to watch this turd or you have watched this one, you will know they will literally take any piece of shit related to horror on Screambox, apparently. Amityville Death Toilet. I give it 3 flushes down. I would give it 2 thumbs down, but I need a third one to make sure that it flushes all the way, that there's no floaters left over from Amityville Death Toilet once we get there. All right, I digress. Anth, are you inviting followers to my page? If you go to the, you know how to do that, right? If you're doing it to here in the chat, you do the @followers thing in the chat. Anthony's asking, Anthony Noble up in Canada, our Great White North correspondent. Oh man, I don't have my pen on me. Damn it. Where was I? Oh yeah, I get distracted easily. Sorry, folks. But yes, if you're trying to invite him to the page, you click the 3 dots on my profile, and you'll see a spot that says "Invite Friends." You can invite 1,000 friends a day to any page or profile for them to follow, and it'll automatically do it in one click. You click "Invite All" or "Invite 1,000" and send invites, and boom, you're done. All right, here we go. Fangoria, 6 new scary movies to watch on Shudder this month. Shudder's going wild with the streaming debut of Late Night with the Devil and a new season of The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs. This is from Dolores Quintana, coming today. And I'm going to try and be careful because, it's April Fool's Day, boo believers. So I don't know if I'm going to read everything that I believe. I expect that there will be some pranks somewhere on these sites. Like I said, I haven't perused them yet and checked anything out yet on them, aside from just going and clicking each splash page, homepage up. So, all right, here we go. New horror movies on Shudder this month celebrate a very special time of the year. Halloween is the biggest day for fright films all year, and April officially marks the midpoint of 2024 to the scariest time of the year, October. Halfway to Halloween. On Shudder, that means this streamer will celebrate halfway to Halloween for the entirety of April with a specially curated month full of premieres of new films, TV shows, and special events. So this means get you some Shudder for April. Motherfuckers, get it. Get you some Shudder. All right. We're going to pass over the video here. I'm sure she's very entertaining, but I'm more entertaining, right? And I'm fucking stunt dude, so I'm gonna give you some stunt insight too. We're gonna talk about that. I'm about to do a stunt seminar, a little private stunt training session right down the street. So we'll talk about that after. And if you have questions, you can always ask those in the comments too about any of the stunts that I've done or any of the shows that I've worked on, for sure. All right, perhaps the biggest premiere in April is the streaming premiere of Late Night with the Devil, starring David Dastmalchian. The film had made a big impact since its film festival run and its theatrical premiere in March, when it earned $666,666 on the film's first week of release. Heh. Yeah, it was actually just the Sunday that it made it on. It wasn't the first week of release. It made a lot more than that much on its first week of release. It made the $666,000 allegedly and change on that Sunday that it was released to make it very satanic, of course. Blaspheme. That's what it's all about these days. Satan sells, in case you don't listen to the Jasons. During Shudder's Halfway to Halloween, you will also find The Terror Season 2 and The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob's Season 6, with special supersized episodes and live watch parties that will continue on Shudder TV and AMC Plus TV every other Friday. The premiere of 3 other new Shudder originals, Baghead, Infested, and The Gates, and the streaming premiere of 1995's Mute Witness. All right. Other notable events for Halfway to Halloween include the Boulet Brothers Dragula, all 5 seasons airing back-to-back, beginning 6 a.m. on April 6th through April 9th. 101 Scariest Movie Moments of All Time, back-to-back episodes, yada yada. Creep Show, seasons 1 through 4. Hell House LLC and VHS franchises, all airing back-to-back. Nature Nightmares, The Scary Side of Mother Nature, The Last Drive-In Halloween Special Marathon, Halfway to Halloween. 2 full days of Halloween-themed films, April 29th at 6:45 a.m. through April 30th. April will be very spooky, so get ready. There you go. Mute Witness on 1995. I don't know what the heck this is. Mute Witness is a film straight out of the mid-90s from Russia. That's why I don't know what it is. And one that has never been seen on the wide audience afforded by streaming services. It's a lesser-known gem that has a lot of buzz going among horror fans who have managed to find it, but now you can watch it in the comfort of your own home easily. From director Anthony Waller, who made An American Werewolf in Paris, a mute makeup artist working on a slasher movie being shot in Moscow is locked in the studio after house, but after hours. While there, she witnesses a brutal murder and must escape capture. So there you have it. A hidden gem that is finally streaming. A Russian movie. Sounds like a decent enough premise. She's a makeup artist on a slasher. Somebody kills someone on set. All right. I might check that one out. Mute Witness. Actually out today on Shudder. The Gates 2023 comes out on April 1st as well. In the streaming premiere of The Gates, a serial killer has been sentenced to death by an electric chair in London in the 1890s. But in his final hours, he puts a curse on the prison he's in and all of those in it. The Gilded Age will be visited by the terror of a serial killer once again. The film, directed by Stephen Hall, Killer Night Shift, stars genre favorite actor Richard Brake. Who doesn't love Richard Brake? John Rhys Davies, Elena Delia, David Pearce, and Michael Yarr. Yeah. I don't know however it's spelled, but all right. The Gates. And that looks like Richard Brake and a bunch of makeup coming through the doorway with some electricity around them. So, yeah, I'll check that one out. I like Richard Brake. And, came out. It was made last year. I will give that one a watch. The Terror Season 2 on April 1st. And, she's got some calligraphy tattoos on her. The popularity of the AMC television show The Terror has only grown since its first aired in 2018. In the last 5 years of streaming, the first season has been the only one available. Now Shudder is bringing the second season, The Terror Infamy, back for fans to enjoy and to introduce it to new fans just in time for the upcoming third season, The Terror Devil in Silver. The show is set during World War II. The second season of The Terror centers on a series of bizarre deaths that haunt a Japanese-American community and a young man's journey to understand and combat the malevolent entity responsible. Starring George Takei. Yes, everybody's favorite gay sci-fi hero. George Takei from Star Trek. Yes, that's awesome. I'll give that a look. I didn't watch The Terror Season 1. Have you guys watched this series? The Terror. I'm guessing, it's like I don't know. It looks like maybe like a Japanese American Horror Story, maybe? I don't know. All right. I'll take a look at it. If you've watched it, make sure you leave a comment. Let me know if it's any good. Dan Dye checking in. What's up, Dan? How you doing? Tyler Sliss checking in. Hey, Tyler. Rachel says, I guarantee that number's not the right number, about the 666. No, they fudged it so that they just made enough, or it was close enough that they could claim that that's what they made for that Sunday number. So, and now following off of that, I'm going to do because I did see this story. There's a story we're going to get into. So stay tuned because somebody else is doing a 666 to promote their current evil satanic movie as well, boo believers. So we'll get to that. Yes, Antonio says, "Oh my," that's the George Takei. That's him. Oh my, there's my George Takei impersonation for you. All right, on April 5th, we have Baghead, and I've never heard it. I keep hearing this name, but I haven't. I don't think I've seen anything for it. Another exciting streaming premiere this month is Baghead. In this film, following the death of her estranged father, Iris learns she has inherited a rundown centuries-old pub. She travels to Berlin to identify her father's body and meet with the solicitor to discuss the estate. Little does she know, when the deed is signed, she will become inextricably tied to an unspeakable entity that resides in the pub's basement, Baghead. A shape-shifting creature that can transform into the dead. Ah, that's right. I do remember watching this. That's right. Yes, that's right. I do remember this trailer now. 2,000 in cash for 2 minutes with the creature is all it takes for desperate loved ones to ease their grief. Neil, who has lost his wife, is Iris's first customer. Like her father, Iris is tempted to exploit the creature's powers and help desperate people for a price, but she soon discovers breaking the 2-minute rule can have terrifying consequences. That sounds familiar. Together with her best friend Katie, Iris must battle to keep control of Baghead and figure out how to destroy her before she destroys them. There you go. The 2-minute warning sounds like the was it 60-second rule from Talk to Me. It's don't go past the warning. All right, I might give Baghead a look. We'll see. All right, here we go. Now, this one I've already seen, so I'm going to do my quick mini review now. Late Night with the Devil comes to Shudder on April 19th. So you got about a little over 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks before you get this one. And man, was it good. I'll read the story first. Okay. And here's a shot of them on set. And yeah, this was this is one of the great scenes in it. The girl who plays, this is the girl here who plays Lily, the possessed girl, and she is just creepy as fuck. She nails it. Especially doing the gag like she's doing right here. This is it's really great. All right, the found footage film that has captured the imagination of horror fans, Late Night with the Devil, makes its streaming debut as a Shudder original on April 19th. Directed by Australian brothers and co-directors Colin Cairns and Cameron Cairns, it stars David Dastmalchian, Laura Gordon, Ian Bliss, Ingrid Torelli, Rhys Auteri, Georgina Haig, and the voice of Michael Ironside. As a found footage film that follows more in the tradition of Ghostwatch and the WNUF Halloween special than films like The Blair Witch Project, with its 70s showbiz glamour and TV production values, Late Night with the Devil grabs attention in a different way. And I have not watched the WNUF Halloween special, and I really feel like I need to now. Have you guys watched this thing yet? Is this like a found footage kind of thing? I need to see this now. Let me know if you guys are familiar with this, because I have never heard this before. But after hearing this compared to Late Night with the Devil compared to this so many times now, I definitely have to watch it. All right. On October 31st, 1977, Jack Delroy's syndicated talk show Night Owls has long been a trusted companion to insomniacs around the country. However, a year after the tragic death of Jack's wife, ratings have plummeted. Desperate to turn his fortunes around, Jack plans a Halloween special like no other, unaware he is about to unleash evil into the living rooms of America. And man, I'm going to get into it real quick because we do have another one on the list here, but I really love this. I was really looking forward to this one. If you follow the show, if you are here with me, I'm sure if you tune in once a week, you've heard me talk about this movie. We've watched trailers. I've read different quotes and stuff. Kevin Smith, Stephen King have given really positive quotes about it, and I absolutely fucking love this movie. The concept is great. The the setting. The great thing about this, and this is one of the things, sometimes you get these period pieces. So it's set in the 70s, and a lot of times you'll get movies or TV shows or something where it's a period piece, and sometimes it feels like there's no real reason for it to be in that period other than they wanted to make a period piece. This isn't that. This is so far from that. The fact that this is in the 70s makes this feel so authentic because you have, and they've talked about it a bunch, the chaos of live television, of live late night television, and what you had happening. When the days of Johnny Carson, the heyday of Johnny Carson and Letterman and all that as they're coming up, and everybody, like, you see the behind the scenes. That's the way this thing plays out with the found footage, because you see, and not to give anything away because it's kind of in the trailer already, but you're seeing what's shown on screen. This is a live broadcast that goes out to the world, so you're seeing what was broadcast, but they're filling in with some black and white found footage type stuff in between, so you get a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. They do some documentary stuff at the beginning, which kind of sets up the whole story behind Jack's career, and yeah, it's just so well done. It was so well done. And then yeah, I don't want to get into too much because Steph and I are going to talk about it tomorrow, and we'll all chat more about it. But I highly recommend seeing this one in the theater. It was a lot of fun in the theater. But if you can't make it to the theater in the next 2 weeks, make sure you watch it on Shudder, because it's you will not be disappointed. The acting is outstanding. The sets look fantastic. Yeah, it's genuinely creepy, and it was a lot of fun. I'm so glad I got to catch it in the theater. So check it out, and if you've seen it, absolutely leave your comments, spoiler-free comments, below in the comment section, or to my left, right, whichever side I'm on. All right, we're going to move on from that one. But I love Late Night with the Devil. I try not to set my expectations too high because I don't like to be let down. I let my expectations get high for this one, so I could have been let down, but it delivered. I really fucking loved it. So yeah, highest marks for Late Night with the Devil. I look forward to seeing what these guys do next. All right, Infested is our next one, and that's going to be on April 26th. If you are scared of spiders, and so many people are, me one of them, then Shudder has quite a scary film in store for you this month. The streaming premiere of the Shudder original Infested. Will it be too scary for those with arachnophobia? The only way you will know for sure is to watch it, even if you have to watch it through your fingers. We won't judge. Director Sebastian Vanacek makes his feature film debut with a story that follows Caleb, who's about to turn 30 and has never been lonelier. He's fighting with his sister over a matter of inheritance and has cut ties with his best friend. Fascinated by exotic animals, he finds a venomous spider in a bazaar and brings it back to his flat. It only takes a moment for it to escape and reproduce, turning the whole place into a dreadful web trap. Starring a bunch of foreign actors you've never heard of. Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, I am an arachnophobe. I am not a fan of spiders, so I don't know if I'm going to watch this one or not. We'll see. I guess it depends on how desperate I am and how arachnophobic I'm feeling. Yeah, Rachel says that one sounds really cool. Yes, I definitely highly recommend Late Night with the Devil. It's only in limited theaters. It's funny. It was only at Regal theaters, and then in its first week, it did so well that, all of a sudden, AMC decided to put it in the AMCs too. It was funny how the second week, we all of a sudden found it in all these other theaters. I love when, and that's usually what happens. AMC will not pick up a horror movie that Regal will, and then if it does well, they'll be like, oh no, we're missing it. Gotta snatch it up. But yeah, oh, Rachel says, I love spiders. Well, there you go, Rachel. You will definitely want to check out Infested later this month, April 26th on Shudder. All right, so next we got repertory titles for April. April 1st, At the Devil's Door, a real estate agent finds herself caught up in something sinister when she has to sell a house with a dark past and meets a troubled teen who used to live there. Creepshow, 1982. Okay, these are just old things. Drag Me to Hell, Ghost Stories, Madman, Spookies. Yay, they're bringing a bunch. All right, we're not going to go through all this. We're going to get to some more horror news, boo believers. But yeah, join in the comments. Let us know what you want to check out in that list. Rachel says, I love spiders. I do not, Rachel. I don't know if I could watch that one. I do want to see that new movie, Sting, with the alien spider. Dan Dye says, Baghead. Interesting. Yeah, Baghead looks interesting. We'll see. It's going to be this... It sounds very much like Talk to Me, where you're talking to a ghost, and and now this thing can make it look like the ghost of a loved one or whatever. So it sounds very much like Talk to Me. Dan also says, watched a crazy old film last night on Tubi, the great Anthony Hopkins, called Magic. Check it out if you haven't. I have. Is he a ventriloquist or something in that one, if I remember correctly? Sting, Rachel, you can check out. There are some trailers out there for it, and I think we've shown the trailer here once or twice. Again, I'm not a big on the on the spiders, so I try and avoid that. Okay, here we go. We got a couple things I'm gonna Barbara Crampton. No, Barbara. Secret of Hellraiser is in the works. Apparently that's confirmed. Let's see what other stories we want to go to here. Oh, here we go. Sting review. There it is. Rachel, look no further. Here's a review. Joe Blow has a review up for Sting, which is the alien spider movie from the Wormwood director Kaya Roach Turner. Spider from Space creature feature coming soon to theaters. And I don't want to read the review. I don't want to know too much about it just yet. We'll see what else is on here. The Strangers Chapter 1. There's some security footage promo and character posters have just been unleashed. So shall we do a little watch and react? Once this gets off my screen. Come on. There we go. We'll do a little reaction video. We'll watch this footage promo. Oh man, it's like they're looking through their Ring doorbell. All right. So this is on Joe. And this, if you haven't been following, they remade the Stranger. No, it wasn't that long ago that the Strangers came out. Brittany checking in. What's up, Brittany Fox? Hi. Mwah, Scream Heart. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Glad to see you. Hope everybody had a happy Easter and a happy Trans Visibility Day as well. Both oddly enough on the same day. But hey, just worked out that way, I suppose, right? All right. We're going to talk about The Strangers Chapter 1 here now. The remake, because it wasn't good enough, I guess, before. We needed a remake. So here is the security footage promo. We're going to watch it and then read the story.
Is Tamara here?
All right, so the same line that they used in the that we've seen in the trailer. The Is Tamara here? A kid walking up and asking. All right, let's read this story. Cody Hammond, Joe Blow. Lionsgate is planning a May 17th theatrical release for the horror film The Strangers Chapter 1. And with that date just a month and a half away, they have unveiled a new promo along with a trio of character posters. Promo is embedded above and is meant to look like security camera footage, with the stranger known as Pinup Girl, who doesn't seem to be able to see through her mask very well, approaching someone's door. The character posters feature the three strangers, Pinup Girl, Dollface, and the Man in the Mask, who is now being referred to as Scarecrow. You can check them out at the bottom of this article. The Strangers Chapter 1, directed by Rennie Harlan, who shot an entire trilogy of Strangers movies at the same time. Heard that Lionsgate will also be releasing The Strangers Chapter 2 and The Strangers Chapter 3 by the end of the year. So, pretty cool. We're getting a whole trilogy filmed all back to back to back. I guess that's the way to do it if you want to keep continuity for your actors, because people, a few years can look a little different, especially if you're working with younger people. They age, and you don't want to have to come back and revisit 5 years later for a sequel. Get your whole trilogy filmed at the same time and tell your story all wrapped up in a year. I dig it, because they probably spent about a year filming everything, and now they can put the movies out over the course of the next year. This could be, it's just like doing like one of these big streaming like mini-series type things. So this is the way we're going now, folks. Get ready. Dan, it is a remake, Dan Dye asks. He says, is it a remake or prequel? They say it's How They Became Strangers. It is a remake. Rennie just wanted to remake the movie. I read interviews where he just said it impacted him so much he just wanted to remake it. So, all right. So Madeline Pesh has the lead role in Chapter 1. Is joined the cast of these films by Froy Gutierrez, Rachel Shenton, Gabriel Basso, and Emma Horvath. Strangers Chapter 1 centers on Pesh's character as she drives cross-country with a longtime boyfriend to begin a new life in the Pacific Northwest. When their car breaks down in Venus, Oregon, they're forced to spend the night in a secluded Airbnb, where they are terrorized from dusk till dawn by three masked strangers. Lionsgate plans from there to expand the story in new and unexpected ways with its sequels. Interesting. So it's going to go a different direction in 2 and 3. But starting off the same way, just a total remake on this first one. All right, so let's just look at these character posters. Here's the Scarecrow, as they're calling him. Baghead. I don't know what you want. I guess since Baghead's a movie now, they got to call him something else. But yeah, cool. Spooky looking. Little mouth area there. Not bad. This Pinup Girl, huh? Her eyes blacked out. I dig it. It's cool. And then, I forget what this one was. Again, blacked out eyes. So I love the texture on the mask. Looks good. Yeah. So what do you think, guys? You're going to check out The Strangers remake from Rennie Harlan? Are you interested? Have you seen the original trilogy and excited for a remake, or were you just like, why do we need this? I was kind of like, why do we need this? I've watched these trailers though, and they do look pretty creepy. So I'll give it a watch eventually. I don't think we're going to run to the theaters for it unless there's nothing else out for us to see and review when that thing comes out. So I guess we will see. All right. I'm going to jump back to iHorror next, Boo Believers. Let me come back and check your chat stuff here. And Dan Dye says, paper bag head in Jersey. He says, yeah, why not? He's going to give it a look-see. Rachel says, so it's Scooby-Doo, but like scary. Quite possibly. The town of creepy people got me, Dan says. All right. Well, yeah, there we go. iHorror had it as well as their top story, Strangers Chapter 1 doorbell footage. But they have some more stories we're going to look at here. And one of them being the Soska sisters. Soska. Is that how you say it? Soska sisters. Also, reminder, vote for the iHorror Awards at iHorror.com. If you have not, Steph and I did a whole show talking about ours, and you can go back and watch it. If you go back and check our previous live streams here on Facebook or YouTube or anywhere else where we're doing these live check-ins. Kick and Twitch, we are also live streaming on right now. I haven't looked on there to see if anybody's on, but hi, if you are, check in the chat on Twitch or Kick or on YouTube. All right, this one's from Timothy Rawls on iHorror. The Soska sisters add a chapter to Romero's classic in Festival of the Living Dead. And all right, let's see what we got. The Festival of the Living Dead could be called a sequel, or it could be considered an homage. Whatever the case, it's a zombie movie tied to the Romero classic Night of the Living Dead, which is now over 50 years old. Festival of the Living Dead is out April 5th exclusively on Tubi. Was tweeted by the Saska sisters. Film is a sequel to Romero's masterpiece original Night of the Living Dead. The story follows Ben's grandchildren 55 years after the incident. Interesting. All right. These are Ben's grandchildren. Jonathan Peck checking in. What's up, John? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Comes from the collective minds of wonderful directors, the Soska sisters, Jen and Sylvia, who specify it is, in fact, a sequel, but we are guessing it is both, given how much they love the genre and the filmmakers who championed it. Their lead character in this film is named Ash. For instance, their 2019 remake of David Cronenberg's Rabid is not only a tribute to the director, but also an expression of their own creativity. It got some good reviews, which is like striking gold for independent filmmakers. Within the last few years, horror movie lovers are embracing the independent sector of the medium. Films such as Barbarian, Terrifier, and more recently Late Night with the Devil have moved them away from bigger budgeted films such as Night Swim and Imaginary. Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't see Night Swim. I heard it was boring as hell, and while I liked Imaginary, it definitely had its problems. Enter Tubi, the free-to-stream platform with a killer horror movie catalog. Some of its offerings are rare classics, but they have upped the game on their originals. Festival of the Living Dead will stream on the platform starting April 5th. And I fucking love Tubi. I don't know. I know people post about it often, I guess. I see it in my feed, so I know some of you are watching your movies on Tubi. I fucking love fucking Tubi. That's where I usually wind up watching, because I watch stuff when it first comes out. And usually I'm like, okay, I've seen everything here now on Shudder that I'm willing to watch. I've seen whatever I'm willing to watch on Screenbox. And Netflix and the mainstream ones, Prime and all them, they have limited stuff. So Tubi kills it. There's so much good stuff on Tubi. Their originals are entertaining enough, sometimes hit or miss, but Soska Sisters doing a Tubi original, I'm definitely in for, because this one's going to be good, and it's going to be a sequel to the Night of the Living Dead. I love it. I fucking love it. Danielle Palida, Danielle, let me know how to pronounce that. I've always wondered. Palida. And Stephen Kiefer checking in the chat. What's up? Feel free to check in, say hi. We're talking about, the Soska Sisters Festival of the Living Dead. We're going to watch the trailer for it here in a second. But it's coming to Tubi in a couple days, so be ready. In Soska's story, it has been over 50 years since the original zombie attack, Night of the Living Dead, and the horrific event has become the subject of morbid nostalgia. Looking for fun, Ash and her friends attend the Festival of the Living Dead, but it is disrupted when a blast of radioactive space dust hits the festival and they must defend themselves or be devoured by the living dead. It is tied to the Romero original in that the kids are the grandchildren of Ben, the African-American man and tragic hero of Night of the Living Dead. That's very fucking cool. Festival of the Living Dead will drop on Tubi April 5th. All right. We're going to watch this trailer. That's awesome, man. I love it. I love that they tied it into the original. If you're in my inner circle, you already know I have a Festival of the Living Dead type movie plan that I've been wanting to do for a while, and music festival type thing. So eventually somebody was going to start doing it. It was about to happen. I didn't get to it in time. So here we go. I don't know if it's a music festival or if this is just like a con celebrating the original. We're going to find out. Here we go. Let's watch the trailer for Tubi's Festival of the Living Dead.
the rest of our day.
I know back entrance. No lines, no hassle. We do it every year.
Watch out!
There was a guy literally right in the middle of the road. We can't just stay here. We need to get help.
Hello, is anyone there?
What the hell happened here?
Oh my gosh, hey, are you okay? They're everywhere. What is with everyone?
Looks like we missed one hell of a party. Come on, we just almost died. It's just leave it. A couple thousand people are dead. Did you see anybody coming to save us? Guys!
How many bullets do you have? He tried to kill me. Where is everybody? We're all gonna die here.
Yeah, I already fucking love it. Yeah, I already love it. That's fucking awesome. What do you guys think? Festival of the Living Dead. Man, I mean, for horror punks, what more could you want? Shit, that looks amazing. Yeah, I'm in. Festival of the Living Dead. There you go, from the Soska sisters. Coming to Tubi April 5th. Brittany Fox checks in, says I'm into that for sure. That's one that our people are going to love. I definitely feel like that's for us. That's for us music fans and us horror fans. It looks like a giant, festival convention type setting. Very cool. Good on the Soska sisters for getting that one out there on Tubi. It's about time. I'm glad to see it getting done. So, all right. Very cool. Let's see what else we got in the news today, Boo Believers. I'm going to stay on iHorror here. Brittany says definitely for us. Kevin Goodale checking in. What's up, Kevin? We just looked at the trailer for the Soska Sisters Festival of the Living Dead, and it looks fucking awesome. I'm in. Very cool. I've seen her too, the black girl. I've seen her and stuff too. I can't remember what. I haven't seen the other girl in anything. She doesn't look familiar, but this one I know I've seen this girl in other stuff. So, all right, iHorror. We're gonna stay here and see what else you got because I know we got some Hellraiser news. Oh, Winnie the Pooh. It's gonna be some poo. Some serious poo. Pooh 3 they're already announcing. All right, here we go. We'll do the Hellraiser news while we're here. Anthony says, fuck yeah, that show looks sick. Yeah, agreed, man. Festival of the Living Dead looks like a lot of fun. I am definitely looking forward to checking that out in a couple days. So, all right. We're going to jump to this one now. A new Hellraiser on the horizon. Producer shares insights on sequel plans for Hulu's reboot. Can we make the Cenobites moist this time, please? Can we please? I mean, they weren't, like, the designs were cool, but they just weren't creepy and scary looking enough. I was just like, I felt like it was like Cenobite Barbie or something. Like, she just, it was like very plastic looking. And I don't mean that as a shot at Cenobite being a woman. She was like neutral gender. I mean, like, she was very plastic looking, like a doll, not like a fleshy, moist, torn apart, flesh open kind of Cenobite that we got back in the day. I hated the current Cenobite aesthetic, I guess, because the design wasn't bad. It was just that they weren't slimy and gooey enough, man. I like my Cenobites slimy. What do you guys think? Slimy Cenobites? Are you with me? Slimy Cenobites. All right, let's read this one. And Brittany Fox just sent me 100 stars. Mwah, Brittany, thank you. Mwah. Thank you, Screamheart. Really appreciate it. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for the stars. Trying to get back on a regular schedule here, but I'm also trying to get a billion other things done. So it's tough. But the internet's back and the studio is up and running. All right, let's check this out. In a conversation with comicbook.com, Hellraiser producer Keith Levine has sparked excitement among horror fans with hints sequel to the 2022 reboot of Clive Barker's iconic. Levine shared insights into the current status of discussions about the sequel, though details remain closely guarded. We're trying to do a follow-up, and there have been conversations, Levine disclosed. I can't exactly say where we're at in those conversations, but Bruckner is involved in those conversations, and we spent a lot of time and energy, I think, relaunching that world. A lot of brain power going into crafting the Cenobite design, figuring out how we're going to pull them off, and we learned so much. And I'm thinking moving forward, we love that all that knowledge is sort of banked and that time has been spent, he continues. So we think that moving forward and going into another movie is just going to be even crazier and even more awesome. So yeah, that's something we're definitely hard at work on and hope we will have more news soon. So there you go. There's our lead Cenobite in both makeup and out of makeup. Jamie Clayton. Introduced Jamie Clayton as a new Hell Priest, represented a significant moment for the Hellraiser series, aligning with modern horror sensibilities while staying true to the essence of Barker's creation. Film's narrative centers around a young woman played by Odessa Azion, who unwittingly summons the Cenobites through an ancient puzzle box. With a sequel in the preliminary stage of discussion and the creative team eager to build upon their past successes, the next chapter in this storied horror franchise promises to be as enthralling as its predecessors, if not more so. As developments unfold, Levine's closing remarks, "We're excited to tell more stories in the world," serves as a beacon of anticipation for what's come in the ever-expanding universe of Hellraiser. And there you go. There you can see it. I mean, she's not very moist. There's no even that around the neck. She looks very dry. I mean, I know that the original, his head wasn't, I guess, wet, but this all was. Like the organs and stuff, that was all exposed. Anthony, yes. I will absolutely be calling for more cowbell, a.k.a. more moisting spray. There's I used to hate it, man. They would hate me on set of Hellraiser because I used to here's your insider scoop of the day from the industry insider. Yeah, Brittany, nobody wants dry Cenobites. I agree. So what there's like a it's like a glycerin spray that they spray on you for sweat and moistness and stuff like that. It's a fake sweat. So I remember we were shooting The Nick, which was like this period piece set at the Knickerbocker Hospital at like the turn of the century with a lot of like racial tension and turmoil. And I was involved in this whole race riot outside in the streets, and we filmed, and it was freezing in New York. We filmed in New York, and it was freezing. And we didn't have coats. We just had like this old school, old timey clothing on, and they kept sending the makeup girls around to spray us, to spray us with make sure everybody's sweaty, make sure they're moist, and fucking freeze it. It's freezing ass fucking spray on us. I was ducking, I was hiding. There was a bunch of the stunt people. They were spraying all the extras, and the extras were just taking it because they didn't know any better. But stunt guys, we were like, we're ducking behind the extras, just like, oh no, you got me already. I'm good. She got me. The other girl got me. Yeah, I'm good. And that was it. That was the end of that. That shit is cold. But they would hate me on set because I'll be spray more glycerin on that Cenobite. He's too dry looking. He's got to be more moist. Come on. And but hey, Cenobites, they have it's all makeup anyway. It's not going right on their skin like we had it. So they just get to sweat their balls off inside a giant latex costume. All right. Industry insider tip done. Glycerin spray to make you look sweaty. That's what they use. All right. Jumping back to our story here. All right, well, we're done with that, I guess. Let's see if there's anything else on Bloody Disgusting. Yeah, they'd have a couple things. Oh, Screambox has some highlights coming. Yeah, here we go. This is one I wanted to talk about. Yes, this was the one. I teased this one earlier. Okay, so apparently the 666 thing is working as a promotional thing. We talked about how Late Night with the Devil had $666,666 on the opening Sunday in ticket sales. Fudge numbers, of course. I'm sure, but now we have the movie Immaculate, which is already out there and has been in theaters for a little bit, but apparently this week you can see Immaculate all of a sudden for $6.66. How's that for a promo? See Sydney Sweeney horror movie Immaculate in theaters for $6.66 this week, reports John Squires on Bloody Disgust. John has a hit on their hands with Immaculate, a new horror movie starring Sydney Sweeney that critics are loving and general audiences keep on showing up to experience. Immaculate has thus far scared up $13 million at the worldwide box office with smart marketing and the aforementioned critical buzz, ensuring its success for distributor Neon. If you haven't yet gotten the chance to see Immaculate on the big screen, Neon has worked with some major cinema chains nationwide to slash down the ticket price this week. On Wednesday, April 3rd, Immaculate tickets will cost just $6.66. So there you go. Wednesday, April 3rd, 2 days. You can see Immaculate for 66 cents. And it looks like there's a bunch of theaters participating. I was figuring this was just going to be Regal, but no. Tickets will be available at participating theaters. AMC, Regal, Marcus Theaters, and Harkins Theaters across all show times on Wednesday only. So that's pretty cool. You can check local listings and grab your tickets now. Yeah, so cool. Who wants to go see? Well, we have Stunt Training. Maybe see it early Wednesday. I don't know. I still got to see Ghostbusters. I still got to see Kong, Godzilla X Kong. Oh, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see about this one. But yeah, if you want to see Immaculate, you can see it on Wednesday for $6.66. Very cool marketing stuff. Horror film reunites Sydney Sweeney with director Michael Moen of The Voyeurs, who directs from a script by Andrew Lobel. Her warm welcome. I mean, we've heard about this, but look at that. Sydney Sweeney, 666 tickets, April 3rd, Wednesday. Satan sells, even when you're trying to sell your fucking Catholic horror movie. Oh, man. Look, and they do her name in an upside-down cross. Oh, my God. I just noticed it. Oh, my God. Sydney Sweeney got the upside-down cross name on the poster. Oh, my God. True believers, do you see this? Oh, man. Man, no wonder the Christians are in such an uproar. Everything is about Satan these days. Oh, Lord. All right. We're going to go and check this one out here because I want to talk about this one because I saw this. Well, you guys can let me know if you've seen Immaculate. Are you going to see Immaculate? If they start doing 666 movies more often, or are you going to now think that Sydney Sweeney is a Satan worshiper because her name's in an upside-down cross with 666 on it? I don't know. Chime in the chat, boo believers. Let me know. And then I'm going to do this one last story. We're going to get out of here. We got one more trailer. I watched this one previously. But we did not watch this one here on Daily News Live. So we are going to do that. This one's on Bloody Disgusting. This is from a few days ago. Monster Mash trailer. Michael Madsen assembles his own monster squad in new indie horror movie. And I'm curious with you see Dracula, Frankenstein, Invisible Man, Mummy, Wolfman, and there's Michael Madsen. And they don't have the rights to these. Here we go. Asylum manages to pull this off when Universal can't manage to fucking make a goddamn good Universe movie. So let's let Asylum it, apparently. Here we go. Universal's Dark Universe may have gone up in flames right out of the gate, but that's not stopping other studios from unofficially their own Universal Monsters mashups. All the classic monsters unite to brawl in the Asylum's Monster Mash, which is coming to select theaters as well as VOD outlets at home on the same day, Friday, March 29th, 2024. Who brings them all together, you ask? Michael Madsen, of course. In Monster Mash, a dying Dr. Frankenstein is determined to meld the world's strongest monsters into a singular, unstoppable creation. Now the monsters, including Dracula, Werewolf, and the Invisible Man, must work together to stop him before it's too late. The film will be opening theatrically in the following locations. Nowhere near me, of course. Glendale, California, Brunswick, Ohio, Minneapolis, Minnesota, South Beach, Florida, and Roswell, Georgia. Ethan Daniel Corbett and Emma Renegal also star in The Asylum's Monster Mash. The film is written and directed by Jose Prendis of The Exorcists. You can watch the Monster Mash trailer below. Monster Squad, this is not to say the least, but the low-budget Monster Mashup does look like it could at least deliver a good time. Michael Madsen chewing the scenery as Victor Frankenstein, while Dracula, the Invisible Man, and a computer-generated Wolfman wreak havoc. We've been promised worse times than that. The Invisible Man, I just need a piece of his skin, Michael Madsen says at one point in the trailer, and it was in that moment that our weekend plans were decided. Find the film on VOD Friday. I'm going to fucking rent this thing, man. You can't just put my monsters together and not expect me to rent. I don't care if it's Michael Madsen, bumming, just collecting a paycheck, mailing it in, or what. I'm in. And it's Asylum. It's probably going to be terrible, but we're going to watch this trailer. I watched the trailer before. So there is a computer-generated Wolfman, but there's also a wolf. There's a computer-generated werewolf, but there's also a wolf man. Very clearly, there's a wolf man. You see him right there. He's not computer-generated. Yeah, you see him here. Here's pictures of them all. And the makeup doesn't look too bad. Frankenstein looks all right. Wolfman looks kind of fairy. Yeah. All right, we're going to watch this trailer, Boo Believers. Are you ready? We're going to watch this, then we're going to get out of here. It's the last one of the day for Monday. And let's do this. Monster Mash from The Asylum, starring Michael Madsen and Universal Monsters.
A stranger came into my home.
Oh, wait, let me bring this.
Took away my...
Hang on, let me... Gotta blow it up. There. And I'm going to drag it back. Should be good. Yo. Boom.
A stranger came into my home. Took away my child. Tell me who took her. I'm Dr. Victor Frankenstein, and he belonged to me now. I'm here about my daughter.
Who's threatening me?
I must find her. The Invisible Man. I just need a piece of his skin.
What is he attempting?
An unkillable abomination. It will wreak havoc on the world.
He'll be fully of God. One name.
Blood is life. I owe you wine.
From your Nightmares. You forgot the H. How do you forget
What's
the
the
H in
plan?
your trailer?
Infiltrate Frankenstein's lair and get my daughter back.
It looks so campy. There's the CGI wolf. And I feel like that's the creature that he makes, the
We're
Frankenstein.
gonna have to rely on
creates.
reflexes for this one.
There's no way.
Gentlemen, I look forward to plunging into hell with you.
Because there's the Wolfman next to him, and he's ripping. Yeah, that's the wolf. Yeah, see? There's the Wolfman. He's practical. That's the CGI werewolf fight.
Thing back together.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. All right. I'm in. It looks cheesy as hell, but I'll do it. I'm a sucker for the Universal Monsters. Michael Madsen, not so much, but yeah, I will watch that shit. It looks so cheesy. Oh, man. What do you guys think? Tom Haas checking in. What's up, Spiky Bounce Bounce? Happy belated birthday again, sir. What do you guys think? We just watched the trailer for Monster Mash from Asylum starring Michael Madsen, playing Victor Frankenstein, and he's using Frankenstein's monster to kidnap Dracula's daughter and then get a piece of the fucking Invisible Man's skin, and he's probably got some DNA from the Wolfman, and yeah, he creates this giant wolf beast who has multiple powers, I'm guessing. That's what it kind of looks like. Anthony Noble checks in, says, I always dug Madsen. I'll watch it. Yeah, I always like Michael Madsen. He's done some crappy stuff lately, but at least of late. But yeah, I mean, he used to be awesome. He was a great actor back in the day. So I'll check this one out. He'll probably have fun with this. It looks so campy and cheesy. He'll be chewing scenery. It'll be a fun movie. All right, Boo Believers. I guess that's going to do it. We had some fun today. Thank you all once again for tuning in. I'm going to go watch something now that the cable's back. Did you guys watch? Oh, you know what? One last thing I will review for you. I'll give you one last thing before I go. Last night, Maddie and I were looking for something to watch, and we watched Rotten Tail. Not Peter Rottentail. This is Rotten Tail, starring Corin Nemec of the 2000s TV show Parker Lewis Can't Lose. So if you remember Parker Lewis Can't Lose, Corin Nemec. He also played in Mansquito, which was a terrible sci-fi movie about a man turning himself into a mosquito, much like The Fly. It was like The Fly, but a mosquito. So they called him Mansquito. Yes, Mansquito. Classic. But yes, this one stars Corin Nemec. He plays Rotten Tail, a geneticist, I guess, a scientist who gets bit by a radioactive rabbit and becomes a rabbit man. And yes, it's ridiculous. And it's based off of a comic book, which we had no idea. It was based off of a graphic novel. And the movie was a lot of fun. It's super low budget, it's cheesy, but the prosthetic effects are really good. The costume's fun. Corin Nemec is great, playing like this mild-mannered, dorky scientist who gets turned into this like wisecracking giant rabbit man who's like a cross between Beetlejuice and Freddy Krueger with the one-liners and the eviscerations and the blood and everything. So yeah, it was a fun little Easter movie. If you dig cheesy, there's not a lot of Easter movies like Easter horror movies out there, and there's even less that are actually worth watching. Trust me, we tried. We literally tried to watch a few of these Easter horror movies last night, and they were so bad. Yeah, so this one, at least they had some fun with it. It felt a lot like a Trauma movie. So if you're a Trauma fan and you're looking for a post-Easter movie to watch, starring Corin Nemec, it's a lot of fun. Check out Rotten Tail. We watched it on Tubi. What do you know? Just like everything I've been watching lately on Tubi. So, all right, Boo Believers, that's it. I'm going to get out of here. To wrap up, check out Late Night with the Devil. We'll be back tomorrow night. Steph Infection and I will be on at around 8 probably, I assume, to do a full Deadsville horror talk for Late Night with the Devil. And yes, check out Rotten Tail. And also, we got some snacks. We're going to do some adventures in snacking later this week as well. So look for me, Maddie, and probably Steph to all get together for a little adventures in snacking. I picked up some more fun stuff. And Steph found some pickle-flavored cotton candy. Pickle cotton candy. So if you want to watch me eat some nasty ass guaranteed pickle cotton candy and what the fuck my face does on that, stay tuned. We'll be back later this week. All right, Boo Believers. Thanks again for tuning in. Brittany, thank you for the stars. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll see y'all on, I'll see you tomorrow night live for Deadsville Horror Talk with Steph Infection. Until then, mwah, bye, Scream Hearts, and stay spooky.